As the population of Britain experienced rapid growth during the 19th century due to industrialization and urbanization, the rising numbers of paupers became a significant concern for both medical professionals and the government. There was a widespread apprehension that state-funded poor relief was being misused by paupers. This concern stemmed from the fact that poor relief expenditures had surged from 1% of GDP in 1750 to 2.7% in 1821. The debates surrounding the poor laws in the 19th century bear resemblance to contemporary discussions about the NHS and the welfare state. Various individuals, including clergy, politicians, economists, and demographer Thomas Malthus, 1766-1834, argued that the poor laws, by providing support to paupers, encouraged the growth of the impoverished population. They believed that this, in turn, would have a profoundly negative impact on the overall workforce, which was funding poor relief. Malthus advocated for the establishment of workhouses for the poor as a more sustainable alternative to direct handouts. Concerns also arose regarding the inequality and disparities in poor law provision across different parishes. It was believed that the provision of poor relief to non-claimants was depressing wages and diminishing the motivation to work. These perspectives, combined with the outbreak of the Asian cholera epidemic in 1831-32, led lawyer Edwin Chadwick, 1800-1890, to argue that the greatest good for the greatest number necessitated government intervention. This prompted the establishment of the Royal Commission in 1830 to investigate the operation of the Poor Laws, eventually leading to the Poor Law Amendment Act of the same year. The Poor Law Amendment Act grouped parishes into poor law unions, overseen by a board of guardians. Workhouses were constructed to separate individuals based on age, infirmity, gender, and ability. The Act also abolished outdoor relief, meaning that able-bodied individuals could only receive support if they entered a workhouse, where conditions were intentionally made harsh to discourage all but the most desperate from seeking assistance. Additionally, a central authority, the Poor Law Commissioners, was put in place to supervise the organization and administration of relief within the poor law unions. These poor law unions commissioned physicians to provide care to workhouse paupers, and typically, the lowest bidder would secure the contract, leading to opposition from medical organizations. In response, physicians sought to organize themselves to address their perceived inadequate compensation. This led to the establishment of both the British Medical Association, BMA, and the Medical Register, which were crucial in elevating physicians from mere tradesmen competing for the cheapest contracts, to becoming an organized and respected professional body.